All right, now that we made it through all the boring stuff, now let's talk exciting stuff. This is space and groups. So, just so you know, on this left hand side, these are groups of spaces. Let me say that again. This is a group of these spaces. This is a group of these spaces. I have two main groups. I have general groups, and then I have client channels. I have client channels because it's just a group. I just call it channels. Called client channels because I want all my clients to be listed here so I know how to go to each one and see what's going on. Right? Just kind of a simple deal. Now, I also have on the left hand side groups. These are what everybody can be connected to that are more like groups. So, an example of a group would be the general group. I want every one of my clients on their feed to see big announcements I put out. Now, I don't want, for example, I don't want Good Fruit to see Barall's notes. So I would not put any of that in general, but I may want every one of my clients to see this great test article. All right, let's do HBR study on silver tsunami. There we go. We'll just do a quick. I'm just going to grab something real fast. Don't make it hard on me. Okay, I'm not really using this. You don't need to read this. I'm just grabbing this for fun. Put this in here. Check this out. Boom. Okay, add a quick image. I'm going to pretend on an image. I don't know what that image is. All right, we'll grab that. Who knows what that image is? And then I have an option when I post up there in this group. Oh, thanks, Mom. That's our new song. Anyways, so that's how it would post up in the group, if that makes sense. And then I would hit, general feed post. Boom, it's done. Good job. That's what groups are, and I have different groups. We have a new tools group. This is just things posted about tools. We have Value Engines course. This is where you can click on here quickly, or you can go to courses and go there. But that's the groups that we have. Inside of groups, we then have what we call like spaces. Okay, and so how do I create these? Because this is the cool stuff. This is the stuff you want to see. So in yours, you're going to create these by going here and clicking on space groups. You can see general groups tab. Actually, let me go back here so you can kind of stay along. Value Engines Academy. You're going to see this matches general groups and client channels, and then general groups and client channels. So I'm going to create a new group, not a new space, but a new group. I'm going to click on right here. I'm going to call this Value Engines Courses. All right. I'm going to take this, throw it in there. You can see no spaces or things. Slugs are just for when you start pulling stuff in from other like webhooks and stuff like that. You don't need to really worry about it. It'll create it for yourself if you don't click anything. Group description, Value Engine courses that help coaches and admins to navigate the Value Engines Academy. Ta-da! Okay, now appearance. Do I want to show this? You'll see. Do I want when someone signs in to see all of these, or do I want them just to see the things they are connected to? That's what that's saying. In my general groups, I actually like people to see everything because then they have to go, how do I get that? But you don't have to. That's all up to you. So I'm going to show spaces even if the user's not a member. Now, what this doesn't do is even though they may see this group, if they click on it, it would be blank if they don't have access to it. They can see it here, but they won't be able to see anything in it. That's important to understand that that's what you're clicking there. So back on space groups, here's now, you see I have that new space there. I'm going to do something. I'm going to take this course. You can see it says course versus space. I'm going to take this course. I'm going to drag it into this group if I can. Can I do it? Okay, apparently not. I guess I can move it this way. So I'll edit this, and I'm going to move this into that new engines course group. And then I'm going to save changes. Let me show you what I just did. So what we're doing here is each one of these groups can edit. That's what we just built. And each one of these now are spaces. So groups are the headers. Spaces are the things in the middle. So let's say that I want to add a client channel. I just added a new client. I'll go in here, portal settings, space groups, client channels, and I'll add a new channel. This new channel is going to be, it's not a link, so it's not a quick connect. It's not a course. It is a discussion space. So I'm going to click discussion space, hit next, and then my space title is going to be my new client. Cersei Industrial Products. It's a real client of mine. Actually, no, a new client. I've had him for 6 years. I go ahead and do this anyways. All things notes, collabs, sessions, dates, and info for SIP. Where am I going to stick this? You can see this is now we're going to the groups. I'm putting this in client channels. Privacy, I'm making it, you can see public, everybody can see it and the posts. Private, everyone can see the space that's available, but only members can view and create posts. Because it's a client channel, I go to secret. I don't want all my clients knowing who all my clients are. That's just me. And who can see it? I got admin moderators, any logged in user, anyone, or members only. Now, if this was, so I'm going to get this members only and hit continue. And now I get to customize even more. So I want everybody to be able to create posts, so I don't click that. I like to show the right sidebar. Let me show you what that looks like. So I want the right sidebar to have all this stuff on it. I can make it so it doesn't show that, but I like that. I can hide member count from space pages, right? It doesn't matter. I can enable file document library for this space. In other words, I can click enable, and then people can upload files to the document library for that space. I have that enabled for my clients because I want them to be able to upload stuff. And I have it so that any member can too of that space. That makes sense. Difference between members of the space, any logged in user, and public. Public is anybody out on the planet that knows the address. Logged in users are anybody that's a part of any group. Members of the space are the people who are only connected to the space. When I'm doing a client channel, I only want the clients to see it. How do I want it posting? I want latest post, right? Or you can do newest activity. That means if someone comments, it hops to the top. I like latest posts. Layout, I can do list, card, timeline. You can see there's a lot of really cool options.